In the Holy Bible, the chapter 2, verse 16 onwards in the book of Genesis, we see after creating Adam and Eve, God tells them not to eat the fruit which is in the middle of the garden, the fruit of the tree of knowledge. God said you can eat everything else except this forbidden fruit. But they ate it. Many people ask me, see, God already knew that if man is told not to eat the fruit, he would definitely eat. God knew it. So after knowing, why did God tempt or test the man? So for example, if I make a pot, I know that if I drop it down, it will break. And if I drop it and it breaks, it's my fault or the fault of the pot. Of course, he will find fault with me, not the pot anymore. The same way, God knew that man, if he is tempted, if he is told not to eat the forbidden fruit, he would definitely eat. So after knowing it, why did God do so? The answer is that God knew that man would definitely eat the forbidden fruit. Out of his infinite wisdom and knowledge, God knew it. But man ate the forbidden fruit, not because of God's knowledge. We can't blame God anymore because, for example, I know that by touching fire, your finger will burn. And I tell a child not to touch the fire. The child disobeys me and he touches the fire and his finger gets burned. You cannot blame me saying that it's because of my knowledge of that the knowledge that the fire will burn the finger, not because of a knowledge that the child's finger got burned. Of course, I knew it. The child has been given the freedom to touch or not to touch, and he deliberately went and touched, and he would bear the consequences. See, if you tell me that it is because of my knowledge only that his finger was burned, it's not true. He would have definitely avoided the fire. I had cautioned him, I had warned him, I had told him not to touch the fire because if you touch, your finger will be burned. And disobeying me, he touched the fire and his finger was burned. So my dear friends, it's not because of my knowledge that the child's finger is burned. The same way, it's not because of the knowledge of God that man committed sin. God knew out of his wisdom that man would fall. He would commit sin. At the same time, God had given him the freedom of choice to choose the right or to follow the word of devil or to follow the word of God. Choice was for him, but he deliberately chose to obey the word of the devil, and he finally fell. So, if we obey the word of God, we will never go wrong. If we listen to the word of human beings or of any other sources, definitely man would fall. May God bless each one of you. Praise the Lord. Thank you.